Hello everybody, welcome back to another unordinary Pixel Worlds video of sorts. Today we're going to go over to the Pixel Worlds forums, and there's a very interesting post I was tagged in, and more so interesting in the way of how I was represented and how I was brought up, and I basically am making this video so that I can justify myself in what people have been accusing me of and claiming, and they basically have the story a little bit wrong, and I just want to clarify some things so that I can get this out of the way and just, you know, you'll see. So let's just get right into it. So I'm on my Pixel Worlds forums account right now, and this guy named Orange Hair Guy tagged me in this post. This post is made by Shapey. So the post is called "Why I Think Games12 is the Best Pixel Worlds Content Creator." Now, of course, every Pixel Worlds YouTuber is self-aggrandizing. So, with that being said, I don't obviously believe that I am the best Pixel Worlds content creator. I mean, who are you kidding? In my opinion, the best Pixel Worlds content creator is probably Jake, and you may say, "Oh, well, Dominic, that's kind of a cop-out. You can't really say that the game is the best content creator for the game," but that's my choice. And other than that, I would say Earth is probably the best Pixel Worlds content creator after Jake, just because of his consistency and his high quality videos. Even in downtimes of the game, he uploads a lot, which is really important to note because a lot of people just go inactive for like months and then come back and post one video. Like me, sort of. So I would say before all of this that Earth is probably the best like non-company, you know, Pixel Worlds content creator. But regardless, we're gonna read this entire topic and see what other people have to say. People included are Shapey, Virtuous, Orange Hair Guy, Neo Slayer, and then a few other characters like Vin and Smile and other characters as well that we go into. I don't think you should harass anybody in this at all, but I am tackling this forum post so I can get some things and clear some things up a little bit. So, of course, yeah, now we're not gonna have Pixel Worlds gameplay or anything in this video, just because it's literally I'm reading the forum, so I need you to see the forum and see my face cam. So that's just kind of how this is gonna go. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna read Shapey's original post. Hello, as the title reads, I'm gonna be giving you my views on why Games12 is one of, if not the best Pixel Worlds content creator. These statements are highly opinion based. Back then till now, and also I want to preface, if you think this, I'm not saying you're wrong, and I'm not saying there's a problem with you or anything. I'm just saying I don't agree with the statement. But you know, everybody has their favorite Pixel Worlds content creator. You don't have to, you know, not everybody has to think that Earth is the best, and not everybody has to think that Games12 is the best. Everybody has their favorite content that they like to watch for Pixel Worlds, and that's that. It's not a big deal. So I'm not like shaming you or anything, Shapey, when I'm talking about this. I just disagree with the concept of me being the best Pixel Worlds content creator. So regardless, you know, like he says, it's his opinion that I'm the best content creator for Pixel Worlds. So you know, that's something important to know. It's just his opinion on it. Okay. Back then till now, majority of the Pixel Worlds YouTube content are not that as informative and as helpful to the community. Sure, some videos are fun, showcasing, some of them even revealing new things in the game. But as information and intel in the community, Games12 has been the most lenient content creator of Pixel Worlds, with commentary regarding issues along with new situations happening both social platforms of the game and the game itself. Yeah, pretty accurate. I talk about basically what's going on in the community, stuff like that. Pixel Worlds gameplay going on with the economy style has changed its demographic much more to more mature audiences because of how complex the game's grown. It's a shame that only a few informative and helpful channels exist in this community, but I'm hoping things will change for Pixel Worlds content. If we take a look at Earth content, and I'm not going to bring his channel up right now because that would kind of take away from the pacing of the video. If we bring up his content, I think is much more efficient at this, and he'll do single videos on single topics for news, and he'll do like update theory videos or update suggestions or, you know, stuff like that, and he'll have other series, and then he'll also do you know, he just uploaded, you know, some other fun content like Mythbusters. So I think he's a very generally like well built channel. Like, it's got some news, it's got some basic videos, so it's kind of like a content creator called Waddles, I'd say. Waddles is like a Minecraft channel, but he does like the update snapshots each week, but he also does his own like let's play content from the game and stuff. So that's how I would kind of relate Earth. So I'd say he definitely has the better channel in terms of like the mix of fun and information type of thing. I'm just a commentary at this point, and we'll get into like what people's opinions are of my channel later on. So and then he just comments, edit, this post was entirely made about his content and why I find it most helpful. I'm getting comments talking about his past behaviors along with some drama that happened, and as I said, his content is still helpful to me regardless of what he's done. So basically what he's saying here is he's trying to say that Games12 is the best content creator who makes content. Like, the content is the best content for Pixel Worlds. That's what he's trying to claim. Not that I am the best person or I am this and this. And the reason I want to cover this is because it devolved into drama really fast and things I've done, and I want to actually put some bases on baseless like claims about me, so that I can actually clear some air, because this is a look at this, 94 views, so almost 100 different people saw this, 36 replies. So I wanted to make sure I can get this out. I mean, 94 views might not be a lot to you guys, but I mean, some of my videos get like, let's say an average video gets 500 views, even though it's probably higher, like 1,000 or something. That's like a fifth of my audience that could have seen this and thought different about me just because of this post and the replies that followed. And I just want to clarify some things before we get along with this. So the first thing is, I know this isn't related to his content in general. So again, he's attacking me as a person and not my content, which is away from the post. Is this thing locked? No, it's not locked. I can reply. Okay. Because it did get really, really heated later on. I'm going to try to speed this up. I'm going to skip past a couple things I think that are just petty. But yeah, so he says, I know this isn't related to his content in general, but this is the same guy that griefs someone's world to create his own, right? I mean, if it is, it makes me wonder what his intentions are when creating videos. Is it really to better inform players, or is it purely for his own benefit? Personally, I find it hard to believe that it's made under pure intentions, if it's the same person that is. So what he's talking about right here is, and I'm going to try to keep this really short because I know this is going to be a long video in the first place, and I don't want you guys spending like an hour trying to watch this video just on some like stupid claims or something. Basically what happened is I had a friend named Stan. Stan was really super cool dude, like a super rich player. I think he was a farmer, you know, stuff like that. Really kind dude. He was actually there when I got the Nether Shard at the first Nether update. So that was like a huge thing because I got it from the booster, like super rare chance. So, you know, he's been a good friend for me for a while, and I think this happened early 2019. So what he did was he opened a price world. I believe it was called Priced or Prices or something with the name Price in it, right? He opened this price world. He was working on it. I helped him out. I gave him a lot of stuff for the price world. I think it was blocks or items, etc., etc. And I gave him stuff for the world. Now, with that being said, a month later, he gave up on the game and quit. And he permanently quit. He has not come back to the game. 2 years later, not come back to the game since then. So, with my full rights, you know, I donate a lot to the world. And I DM'd him. I'm like, can I purchase the world for maybe some world locks? Could I get my items back at the very least? And he claimed no, that I could not get my stuff back. He's not going to go back into the game. He's not going to log in. So, and this is wrong. I don't agree with the actions I took. I didn't so much grief the world as I just took back what was mine, okay? So, as opposed to like griefing it by putting soil everywhere or something, I just broke blocks that were mine that I put towards the world. And the items that I donated, I couldn't even get back anyway. And it was not a big thing. The price world was not giant. There was a small entrance, and I broke some of the stuff to the entrance. Now, what really made me ticked off a little bit when I read this is that he said I griefed someone else's world, which again, not entirely true, to make my own. I did not grief the world, quote unquote, to create my own price world. I was looking to create a price world at that time, but that's not the reason I took back the stuff from the world. It was because he wouldn't give me my stuff back, and I respected that, but I still wanted to get my some of my stuff at least for what I, you know, helped him out with. So I just took some blocks and stuff. It wasn't because I was trying to make my own price world at that time. Now, like, 6 or 7 months down the road, I did end up making a successful price world, but again, that didn't have anything to do with the previous world. I hardly got anything out of this anyway. So the entire point of this claim he's trying to make is to discredit me as someone who's disingenuous and a bad character, essentially. Now, and we'll get into this a little bit later, but Neoslayer, someone who was siding with Virtuous, has done the exact same thing. He has a girlfriend or ex-girlfriend named Starfire, and he contributed blocks to Starfire's Vault world, which is a very, very big collection world of hers. And he contributed some blocks, and I think there was some, discussion between them and some disagreements, so he just took the blocks out of the world that were his. Now, this was also seen as griefing during the time, but, and that was bad as well. But I think the difference is that Stan quit, and he still hasn't come back to the game. So, and I even offered to give him his blocks back, and he didn't want them. So he hasn't come back to the game since the world has been griefed, and he wasn't planning on doing it regardless of what happened. And Neoslayer, on the other hand, had griefed the world knowing that his ex-girlfriend or girlfriend at the time, I don't remember exactly what the status was still active and still is active at playing the game. Now, don't harass Neoslayer, and I'm not trying to slander him in any way. That's all resolved, and that was a misunderstanding in some ways. But these two situations are the same, okay? Both are, both worlds you're griefed by friends of the owners, okay? And they were their items to begin with, so that's where the misunderstanding comes in. It was their worlds that they griefed, however, it was their items that they took back. That's what I'm trying to get at here. So I'm trying to claim that, he's trying to claim that because I'm a bad person, that my intentions aren't pure in making content. And what I'm trying to claim now is that I'm not a bad person because I did that. I was just trying to get my stuff back, okay? It's kind of like... Actually, I don't find a good analogy through that. But you kind of know what I mean here. I'm not trying to undermine what happened, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure with the griefing whole situation that happened, I don't think it was necessarily that big of a deal to say that I have bad intentions making content just because of that. Now, the second part of this thing, and I'm not going to go this deep into every single thing, but this is like the main claim of this entire forum reply, so that's why I wanted to cover it. Second thing is, it makes me wonder what his intentions are for making videos. Are they pure intentions, or are they purely for your own benefit? Now, Mr. Beast has a very, very good video on this, and I don't know if I'm going to include it in this video or not.
He says is all the big YouTubers like Smosh, AlexCast, PewDiePie, Vanoss, they all do it for fun and don't really care about YouTube money. And my reply to that is, why does it matter what people's motivations are for making videos? If I'm making videos for fame, for money, for fun, for whatever, why does it matter as long as the video is good? Like, really, you can never truly know why someone's making a video. So why do people even bother? They're like, oh, you're just making this for money. Why does it matter? Did you avoid... wow, I can't even talk. Did you enjoy the video? If so, why does it matter what his motivation was? And just in case you're wondering, like, what my motivations are, probably the thing that drives me the most to make videos is I just like reading comments on my video. If I make a video and it gets tons of likes and doesn't really get any dislikes, by tons I mean like 20 likes, and it has a decent amount of comments, that's kind of motivating to see that people enjoyed it.
But basically what he claims in the video is, what difference does it make for creators making content? Does it matter if they're making it for money? Does it matter if they're making it for fame? At the end of the day, the point of content is to be entertaining. So if you don't like my videos and you don't find them entertaining, or you don't find them informative, you don't have to watch them, okay? So regardless of what the content is, or whether or not you think the content's entertaining, it doesn't, the concept of what the creator's doing it for doesn't matter. Now, if it has something to do with, some inappropriate things with fans, and that's why they're making content so they can reach that audience, that's very, very different. But in this case, where it's just personal benefit in the form of fame or money, it doesn't matter whether or not you're doing YouTube for that, as long as the content's good. If that's motivating you to make the content, even better, right? So I think this claim that, because I'm a bad guy and I'm doing this under, non-pure intentions for my own benefit, I think that's just thrown out the window, because it doesn't matter why someone's making, what the intentions are for someone making videos. As long as the content's good, it doesn't matter what their intentions are. So that's my whole claim there, and some people go into that as well. So Shapey replies to this later on, and he says, content creators won't make content if they don't get anything out of it. So I think this is also true. People like doing it for comments and stuff like that. People aren't gonna upload, 2 videos a day for 3 years if they get 0 comments, 0 views, 0 likes, right? They at least want to see a response. They want to see people criticize their content, or at least give a response to their content, or say, hey, this made my day, or this was a great video. Like that's the kind of things they want to make the content for, and they want to see. So I do agree. This, they won't make content if they don't really get anything out of it. Even if they get, maybe they get a little bit of dopamine when they see a comment or see a like or something like that. But they also just get something out of it by being able to voice themselves on the internet. All YouTubers have reasons for why they make content. Okay, so saying that you have to have good intentions to make content is against the point. But moving on, he says, of course he probably does it for his benefit, but at the end of the day, his videos are informative, and a content creator making content for their own benefit isn't evil. So yeah, I agree. That's completely true. And then this person says, Desty says, I was mean to this person. He seems so nice during his streams and stuff, but well, I'm not really sure. I don't know who Desty is. If I was mean to you, I apologize. I try my best to at least acknowledge people. I mean, sometimes I'm just trying to play Pixel Worlds and chill, and some people come up to me and try to engage in like an hour-long conversation, and sometimes I do engage in the conversation. Sometimes I'm just like, hey, or I'm sorry I can't add you, or sorry I gotta go, or something like that. So if you mean that by I'm like blowing you off or something in some case, then I do understand that. But most times I'm just trying to chill in Pixel Worlds, and that's something that probably made me leave Pixel Worlds at some point, where I'm just getting I'm not being able to really play the game or enjoy the game or anything anymore. So that's why I would stop playing it. But that's kind of against the point. So we're at 60 minutes. I'm going to try to keep this short, keep the summary. There's a lot of messages, but basically in summary, so he says, I make a video about, so this is his reply to this person's about making content for their own benefit isn't evil. So in this example, he says, if you make a video about scammers, and then you gain the trust for the viewers trust you, and then you use the viewers' trust to scam them, that is evil intention. But that's not a good example, because first of all, that isn't something I've done at all. Obviously, I have made videos about types of scams, but I've made them to repel scams, not to scam my viewers. I don't scam my viewers. Obviously, if I scammed people, I would be banned, because there's a reporting system. That's kind of why it's there. I'm not ill-intentioned in that way. Like, I'm not trying to get something out of it in terms of inappropriate stuff or trying to scam my viewers. For example, like Total is, where he's trying to cheap out donations for people, or cheap out, impressions on his content through like scam live streams and stuff like that.
So you guys can do all that. You guys can just drop a like and subscribe to the live stream, and also go watch my recent video. On my recent video, it shows you how you get it, and it tells you a $20 gift card code. So you guys, if you watch it closely, no one has found it yet. I just checked, and nobody has found the $20 gift card code on my recent video on this YouTube channel. So type !video in the chat, and the link should pop up, or you guys can just go to my channel. Anyways, if you guys want the code for the Among Us airship map right now, just drop a like and subscribe right now.
And then he says it's possible the personal gain he's trying to achieve may have negative reasons. Again, no negative reasons. Am I doing it for money? No. Is there ads on my videos? Yes, there is ads on my videos, but that's so I can try to improve the quality of the content itself. The last $100 I got from YouTube, I bought this webcam with, and now I can use webcam in all of my videos, and I don't know if that improves the quality of the video, because you can see my emotions and hand gestures, and maybe it improves the commentaries a little bit. You guys can let me know if whether or not you think that just plain commentary or face cam is better, but I prefer making this type of content. It's more fun for me, so You know, even maybe if people don't like it, I still I still enjoy making this type of content anyways, so it's not really a big deal to me. But yeah, so, and for fame, like, sure, I am doing it to try to get, you know, views and see your guys' reactions and comments and stuff like that. But again, I don't think that's a big deal, because at the end of the day, it comes down to the content. It doesn't matter what the intentions behind, you know, this content is, unless it is actually very negative, like this person points out. So again, you know, Shapey's trying to point out, like, do you have a vendetta against him or something? He's leaning into news. This is irrelevant. And then, of course, he talks about the Stan griefing world, and he says that I griefed Stan's world to build Pricer, which, again, not true. Like I said, like I try to justify. And then he says I still like him as a YouTuber, even if that's true. So again, you know, it's even if I was an ill-intentioned or bad person, which at least personally I believe is not true. I'm never trying to do anything for, you know, bad intentions and such. It's about the art, not the artist, if you've ever heard that before, where you're supporting, if you like a piece of content or you like a piece of art, you don't have to support the artist if you like, just because you like it. You're supporting the art because you like the art, you know, you like the comedy. Let's say, for example, you like Jay Schlatt, and you like the videos behind it, and you like his character he plays. Just because you like his content and stuff like that doesn't mean you have to support his opinions or his, you know, bad takes or bad like past choices and stuff like that. You know, just because you're watching his content doesn't mean you're an ill person just because you're watching it and stuff like that, if you know what I mean. But again, I'm not trying to do things ill-intentioned. Now, Neoslayer chimes in, and again, I made a video on this, but I do want to, you know, justify this again. So, he still refuses to take down his slander videos about me, so I'll get through this first. Despite me having disproven every point, but it still seems, according to Governor PW, the only way to be good terms on him is to pay him. He holds nasty grudges. You may know him on the old forums as blank. I don't like drama, but. So basically what he's talking about here is that I made an exposed video on Neoslayer a while back, and I have it uploaded for the sake of archival purposes, so you can see my journey as content creation from X time period to X time period. And I already put a comment in that video, so, you know, in the description, so if people read the description and comment, they'll see the justification for why that video is still up. Now, he says he's disproven every point in the video, and I disagree with that. I think there's a lot of good points towards Neoslayer's history, you know, his bipolar nature of, you know, being nice and then, you know, immediately being toxic, like, again, in a separate video after that, which was actually in the same video that, you know, I got in some sort of, you know, convolution with GOV over here as well. You know, he calls me a greedy Jew just because I'm posting about an item in the Discord with no negative connotation, and yet he, out of nowhere, after never meeting him before, he posts about this with, you know, the greedy Jew comment. So, again, you know, I disagree. He says that I made videos to slander him and stuff. He'd bullied me and he'd harassed me before, so that's why I made that video, to try to, you know, shed some spotlight on him. You know, you hear about stories where people have done really bad things, but they get covered up by people because of their power and fame. And, you know, things that Neoslayer have done had been covered up by power and fame, and so that's why I made that video, so I could try to get it out there about what he'd done. Now, I didn't set that video up very, very well. It was not scripted, it was not anything like that, so it's not a perfect video, but I do still think that the comments made in that video are justified, definitely, and still stand ground, you know, despite what he says about having disproven every point. Now, Virtuous then says, I've never even watched his content, he was just trying to talk about the situation, blah blah blah. Oh, and this part, he says that the only way to be on good terms with me is to pay platinum locks. Now, to justify this situation, the reason I am on better terms, I'm not on good terms with the governor, I'm on neutral terms, better terms. The only reason I am on those terms with him is because he tried to retcon what he did. So if you don't know, and I will try to keep this in a summary because I already made a video on it, the governor basically bribed someone 2, ban me from a world after winning a giveaway, so I wouldn't win like a 3 platinum lock Hellhound Blade, right? So later on, you know, after regretting the choice that he made, he chose to give me the 2 platinum locks, and this was not bribing so we're on better terms. This was taking back the action that he did where he banned me and disrespected me, and giving me the 2 platinum locks to say, hey, I'm sorry that I banned you from the world. Here's the prize that you would have gotten. I'm sorry. So I appreciated that, and I'm on better terms, not because he just gave me 2 platinum locks, but because of what the meaning behind the 2 platinum locks was. Nowadays, I bought a Hellhound Blade so that we can remember that moment where I did win the prize that I won, regardless of him banning me, you see? So there's some meaning behind that. It's not just the pure platinum lock value, though it may seem that way. I have gotten on better terms with other people without this donation exchange, so that's not the only catalyst. You know, so you don't have to donate me pixie wings, dark pixie wings, if to, you know, have getting on better terms. There's this other person who I will not name that tried to just donate me items to get on better terms, but that wasn't, again, you know, we're on worse terms because of that, because he's trying to bribe me into like being on better terms with items and stuff like that, and that's not the point. The point of the governor's situation was he was respectful enough to say his action, what he did was wrong, okay? He was man enough to say what he did was wrong. That was why the 2 platinum locks held water, okay? So that's all I'm going to say about that entire comment right there, and that's the justification for that. Now, there is a lot of other content in this, and I don't want to keep this too long, but essentially what's talked about later on is that people can change regardless of what I did. So again, I did that griefing thing for his Stan's Price World in 2019, and I've definitely grown since then. Again, like I said, I haven't had a serious warning besides, you know, the endless warning that I talked about yesterday since 2018, and I have never gone back to that. So I just disagree with the concept of me just being a bad person, have bad intentions about this stuff. And he said he hated both of us way before the giveaway. Again, it's about the context. There's a lot of things that I've been harassed. Both Neoslayer and Governor had harassed me in the past a lot. So it's not about just hating before the giveaway and stuff like that. And he's saying that, you know, this person right here is you know, blindly defending me and stuff like that. Again, there's a lot of you know, Warzone type of stuff in here. And again, you know, there's some debate about the AHB thing, which again I tried to comment about in this video, right now in this video. So yeah, and then this is where he tags me. So I saw this in my email, so that's why I'm making this video in the first place. But yeah, so we're on better terms again, like Finn says, because of the sheer like value that the respect had from him, where he took back his action. So that's why we're on better terms. Very Tall says he agrees with the original comment. So at least people are trying to get back on the track with the original post. It's not about who I am as a person, but it's about the art of the content. So I respect that. And then he says maybe my videos are slightly worse, and they're not as good as my old videos. Let me know down below the comparisons between my new content and my old content, because I can definitely try to improve it. If you wanted the Pixelworld's news back or the video essays and stuff, I can try to at least implement a little bit more of that into my videos, because little do you know, this doesn't really help me that much by just saying my old videos were bad. I would really appreciate actually if you gave me feedback on, you know, what you liked about my old videos and what I could try to restore and make my videos better in. Maybe you just liked it had more editing, where now I just go on really long video rants type of things. But anyways, again, the benefit argument, again, it doesn't make it's flawed inherently unless there's some sort of proof that I am doing it of ill intention. He says, yes, YouTubers do their thing for own benefit, but also do for the benefit of others. My opinion that he does it for sole benefit of just himself and no one else. I do it so that I can see the response and the comments and the people in the comments talking about the video. And I do make videos. I made videos about the lore where I posted a theory. I don't know if that necessarily benefits others, so many also do it for the benefit of others. I don't know if like my theory videos or my news videos do something for the benefit of others. I assume so, because it's spreading, you know, information and news, you know, or my opinions and stuff like that. I don't know if that benefits others, but in my opinion, it does. So I guess that's just my opinion on that. This is almost 30 minutes, so again, I've said I was gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up, but we're almost at the end here, so I'm just gonna, blah blah blah. So wait, just because he may or may not have griefed the world, you do not know the circumstances of it. Again, we already went over this. They're just doubling back. I'm just going to try to keep going through this. And then he says, unnecessary drama. Again, true. And then the original poster says, agreed. I just want to talk about Pixel World's content. And then here Finn replies and justifies. He says, well, it wasn't actually the value of HB. AHB is 3PL. And I did say this in my original video that the Hellhound Blade, he gave me 2 platinum locks for it, even though it was 3 platinum locks. And that's another thing, like the Neoslayer says, as long as I get a donation, we're on better terms. This justifies that. If it was all about the world locks and getting exactly what I deserved for that, or getting exactly a donation, 3 platinum locks would have been justified. But he gave me 2 platinum locks, because in my original video I said, you know, I got scammed 2 platinum locks because that was the value of the HB at the time of the giveaway. So I respect that he gave me back the value that I lost from that giveaway. So that's what I respect about it. So the AHB cost is doesn't matter. So yeah, at the time of the giveaway, the AHB costed 2 platinum locks. So he gave me 2 platinum locks as a respectful token of his respect. Anyways, that's about it for this video. That's my justification for this entire concept here. I just wanted to go over that so I could sort of justify some things I haven't talked about in this channel before. And that's about it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comment section, I guess, who your favorite Pixel World's content creator is in the comments. So, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.